What's good, YouTube? We are back with another video on the OEM Plus YouTube channel. Today, I don't know if you remember from my a few videos ago, I was talking about, I put the coilovers on the car, but my front end link ends was a little stressed out. So we're gonna tackle that. We're gonna replace those. I have some new end link ends that I'm gonna be putting on this, and I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride. So hopefully this will, really solidify the suspension front, especially on the front end. I mean, although I can do other suspension components to really, dial it in, but I don't think it's really necessary for this car at this stage of the build. So it's gonna do the front end links because one is messed up and the other one is good, so why not replace both? And products that I'll be using today is SPL. Their front end links, they do, from what is advertised on their website, is that when you lower a vehicle and sometimes the ball joints, the stock ball joints kind of poke inward, and it just creates a lot of stress, and that just kind of wears a little rubber part out, and thus making you get the bumps there, and you get like the vibration and the turns and things of that nature. So with these are supposed to be a little bit more forgiving and just a little bit stronger than metal. They're not like a rubber part, so should be able to flex and maintain the geometry that the suspension needs to maintain while it's that low, under that much tightness and stress and under turns and all that stuff. So I don't know if I explained that the right way, but I don't care. It's my fucking channel. So we're gonna knock that out today, and I'll try to bring you guys in and so you guys can see what that looks like and how the install is all together. So let's go check out the ports. SPL suspension. Here are the components. Pretty simple, right? Got the actual end link ends here. Now, of course, this part goes into the end link. This part bolts into the knuckle area, and that's that. This part goes in, something. And they actually provide probably the best instructions I've seen from a manufacturer. So these are the ones that work for the G80 TRE G29 is the part number. And yeah, very, very detailed instructions. That's what it will look like when they are done, and gives you all the parts that you need. So yeah, I mean, it should be pretty straightforward, but you're on my channel. If you know my channel, it's never straightforward. I will drop something, I might break something, and then that'll be another video. So stay tuned, get these bad boys in here to this bad boy, and hopefully we're back on the road more solid and comfortable. Well, let's go. All right, so you can see here is the tie rod. Again, stressed out. This is what we'll be replacing here. This part here, so loosen that up. We'll loosen this up. And key point is you just want to make sure that these two parts here stay parallel to one another. So I have to pretty much just mirror here. So what I'm gonna do is put some tape on the threads. So I'm gonna put tape here so I know how far I can screw down the new tie rod. And that side isn't too bad, but let's see if I can squeeze over there. Yeah, that side isn't bad, but still, let's just try to get a little bit better. Same thing there. So let's go ahead and knock that out. I'll bring you guys back in. So here is the tie rod end. You know, just backed it all the way up to where I had the previous tie rod because my toe, I just got in alignment, so my toe was pretty solid. That's the bottom here. So you see the spacers down there. Let's see. Spacer here. And there's another spacer up there. I haven't tightened it yet. Let's see, another spacer right there. So you can use as many as you need of these. And the rule of thumb, what they say in the instructions is that you want, use enough that will get your tie rod in parallel to the lower control arm at the right height. So I'm kind of eyeballing it right now. So it's pretty parallel, like it's just off a little bit, but once the load go in there, it should be parallel at right height. Again, I just got an alignment, so my toe should be pretty solid. But another key point is you want to make sure like these little swivel portions, like it's flat, right? You don't want it to be like cockeyed or, you know, to one side. So I still got to tighten this up. It calls for a 24 millimeter bolt or socket up there and 21 down here, and it's at 110 foot-pounds of torque. Older ones are off. Let's check these bad boys out. So this one was extremely hard to get off of the tie rod. I don't know what it was. I don't know if something in there, but even the threads, when I was putting it back on, it was a pain in the dick. So that's gonna probably give me an issue. Might just replace the whole tie rod at one point, but this was the driver's side here. Yeah, I think it was jammed up. So I don't know. I don't know if that was from the air suspension, maybe like with the lower ride height. I don't know. That could have been it, but that's pretty much it for today, guys, on this video. The SPL front tie rod ends are on the G80. Just gotta torque them down, put the wheels back on, and I still got one more thing I gotta do with this car before I take it off the jack. So that'll be in the next video, real quick video. But that's pretty much it, guys. I think that should be a good addition to the suspension setup with the new coilovers. Definitely help with the steering response and you know, just kind of tighten things up, keep things good to go. So I might take it, like I said, I might take it to get realigned up front just to make sure my toe is dialed in and good to go. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys are interested in, you know, putting these tie rods on to your car, especially if you're lowered, if you're significantly lowered on any type of suspension, and you are, you know, wanting to track your car, drive it spiritedly, hard, whatever it is, I don't care what you do in Mexico, this might be a good idea to do. Just kind of keep those tie rods from, you know, overly kind of folding and snapping your tie rods. So that's it for today, guys. I see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, and that's it. We gone. Bye. They're both on here. Bring you around here. So yeah, you can see both on there. See on that side. So what I'm going to do is I gotta torque them down. So I'm going to put my little jack pad here, jack pad on that side, take both my jacks, try to put some load on here. So with this suspension setup, if I start to put too much, like literally the car will come off of the jack stand. So I just got to be careful, put a little bit of load on here and then put it, you know, tighten these down to the spec, which is 100 foot-pounds of torque. So I did make a mistake. So both of these bolts are 24 millimeters. So make sure you have 2 of those. And yeah, so knock this out. I might have to go back and get the front aligned just to triple check, but I think we should be good to go. that's pretty much it for today's guys on this video. The SPL front tie rod ends are on the G80. Just gotta torque them down, put the wheels back on, and I still got one more thing I gotta do with this car before I take it off the jack. So that'll be in the next video, real quick video. But that's pretty much it, guys. I think that should be a good addition to the suspension setup with the new coilovers. Definitely help with the steering response and you know, just kind of tighten things up, keep things good to go. So I might take it, like I said, I might take it to get realigned up front just to make sure my toe is dialed in and good to go. But that's pretty much it. So if you guys are interested in, you know, putting these tie rods on to your car, especially if you're lowered, if you're significantly lowered on any type of suspension, and you are, you know, wanting to track your car, drive it spiritedly, hard, whatever it is, I don't care what you do in Mexico, this might be a good idea to do. Just kind of keep those tie rods from, you know, overly kind of you know, folding and snapping your tie rods. So that's it for today, guys. I see you guys on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe us, and that's it. We gone. Bye.